Hey guys, my name is Parker Kavanaugh. I am from the northwest suburbs of Chicago in a little town called Arlington Heights, and I am here to talk to you today about the solutions of the Flint water crisis. Okay, this has been a big issue for the past couple of years in Flint, Michigan, where they have had contaminated water after switching the source, and solutions to that are very complicated and have been taking a lot of time to resolve. It's not as easy as we think it is, but at the same time, it's a lot easier to fix this type of thing than Flint, Michigan is making it seem. First step in solving the water crisis in Flint, Michigan is finding the source of the issue. The source of the issue started when Flint, Michigan switched its water source from the Detroit River over to the Flint River. And the Flint River is contaminated with many harmful chemicals because of the piping that was not treated correctly. And in recent photos of the Flint River water, it is orange and brown and red and really disgusting, but the Detroit River water is clear when in a clear water bottle. The second step in solving the Flint water crisis is finding the people responsible, keeping them accountable for what they have done, and make sure that they help fix the issue and not just let them off. Fixing the issue, we need to replace all the decaying infrastructure in the area and all the old homes that have lead piping and switch them to PVC piping. This will allow the water to not be contaminated by the harmful chemicals, whether or not they are treated correctly. Because in PVC piping, if they do not need to be treated with a certain chemical that will keep the lead within the piping instead of leaking into the water. On the CNN website that talks about the Flint water crisis, they say that repairing the damaged pipes is the main issue that needs to be addressed. And Flint, Michigan has been proactive in making this happen, but it's just not moving fast enough. And yes, it is a very hard job. You have to go dig through entire front lawns to find the effective pipes, to find the effective plumbing pipes. But I also believe that they could be working a little faster, getting more people to volunteer. In an online article about Flint water crisis, SOTS, in the Michigan's former governor's article, they say that immediate actions would be to switch the water source back over to the Detroit, Michigan River. By switching the water source over, yes, it was more expensive to begin with, but they have already spent so much money on providing water bottles to all the citizens of Flint and spending so much money on replacing all the old piping that they are better off just switching the source back to Detroit, Michigan. Overall, switching the source back to the Detroit River would be a smarter move because it will keep the lives in Flint, Michigan safer, and they will have more trust in the government after what they have done because they have never had water issues until switching to the Flint River. In the same article mentioned before, long-term actions would be the governor's annual budget proposal slated this year for February 10th will contain specific recommendations on long-term funding and action items that will support the residents of Flint as they recover from this crisis. Ongoing needs to be addressed include special education, long-term monitoring, and health care for children with high lead levels, and these studies to identify water infrastructure and service lines in need of replacement. The contaminated water had large effects on children's health, especially the development of their brains. And when a child's brain development is stunted or affected in any way while growing up, this can have a large effect on the rest of their life. They will be slow with learning in school for the rest of their life. They'll probably either work much harder or not be able to get to a certain level of everybody else their age because of these developmental issues. The last part of the solutions for the Flint, Michigan water crisis would be to go out there and get involved. One person can make a difference. I know by some belief that people think that just one person can make a difference. Like me, when it comes to being a vegetarian, I don't think me not eating chicken will cause the lives of chickens to be saved. But if one person takes action on certain things, people will start following along, and little by little, the population of that will grow and grow and grow, and there will be an impact and there will be a difference made. The little things you can do in Flint, Michigan, just by bringing a case of water to the people of Michigan, by doing little things like that, just providing them water, providing them security, helping them out in need. If you have a friend in Flint, Michigan, invite them over, let them use your shower once or twice maybe.